This presentation comes from Chapter 3 of the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. Chapter 3 is entitled First Who, Then What. This presentation was completed by Jen Coleman and Carrie Simmons.
There are going to be times when we can't wait for somebody. Now you're either on the bus or off of the bus. This comes from Ken Kesey, which comes from the Electric Kool-Aid Test by Tom Wolfe.
So how do we go from good to great? There are 3 points that Collins addresses in this chapter. He states that you must find the correct people to have on your bus. Not everyone is made for the bus you're driving, and you must figure out the direction and where your bus is going. Those 3 key things help you with making sure everyone is behind you and has bought in to the changes and the ideas that you're bringing. He also states that the most important thing that we need to keep in mind are that people are not our most important asset, but the right people are. People are great, but we must have the right people. This leads us into the discussion of rigorous versus ruthless. Many people view leaders that are rigorous as also being ruthless, but there is a difference. To be rigorous means that you allow the best people to do their job. They shouldn't worry about their positions, and they're allowed to concentrate on their work. And we hear that quite often in schools, that we just wish they would let us do their job. And in order for us to do that job, we have to be held accountable. And then there's the people who are ruthless. They hack and cut, especially during difficult times. That happens in schools, but you mainly think of that in the business world with layoffs. How to be rigorous. Jim Collins gives 3 practical disciplines for being rigorous in people decisions. There are: when in doubt, don't hire, keep looking. When you know you need to make a people change, act on it. And put your people on your biggest opportunities, not your biggest problems. These are all 3 huge principles that we need to make sure that we work toward. In the education world, quite often we say, when in doubt, don't hire, keep looking. Because if we have a teacher shortage in our building, someone retires, we have maternity leave, things like that, we're always looking for the best replacement that we can find, but one that also goes on our bus. When you need to make a change, make it. Don't keep thinking about it. You have to do it then. And then also put your best people with the biggest opportunities, because you want them to see the acceleration. You want them to see a positive out of what they're doing, not the problem, because often the problems aren't the easiest things to deal with.
Compensation. Many people assume that if you compensate someone, that they will have better production. However, this isn't always true. The purpose of compensation, according to Jim Collins, is to secure the right people who will exhibit with excellence the right behaviors and do what is necessary to take a company from good to great. While compensation and incentives are important, the right people in the right place doing the right thing will move a company in the right direction. So just how do you know if you have the right person? Character and diligence of a person helps to determine if they are the right person. Inclusive of knowledge and skills, Jim Collins says that more importantly, companies that go from good to great are concerned about the character of an individual. They place greater weight on the person's evidences of loyalty, diligence, allegiance, a person's moral principles, versus specific educational experiences, skills, and/or abilities.